Hey, was basically a response video to Matt, but first I'll just make a quick comment. Dill did a video because I happen to favor one of her videos, and so apparently that's confused her. And yeah, I just say for the record, I didn't hate Dill. I just hated her philosophy. I mean, it's not a personal thing. I don't think she has a bad character as a human. I'd say the only character flaw might be that her arrogance doesn't allow her the option to be a little more careful about what she says in terms of her confidence in what she's saying, in the sense that, yeah, her philosophy has bounced around a bit, and you probably shouldn't say things emphatically if your past record is you're going to change your mind in a few months. But that's it. In terms of character, the scumbag I argue with here on YouTube, I hate, because they don't have any character as human beings. They're creeps, bums, scumbags. They really don't give a shit about anything, and it's a different kind of I mean, I not only disagree with their philosophy, but I don't like them as people. I don't dislike you as a person, as a human being. I don't like what you've advocated and what you've stated as a philosophy and what you're promoting as a philosophy. But that's the extent of any problem I had with your existence. So anyway, and it doesn't matter. Even the scumbags, when they make a good video, they make a good video. I'll say so, I'll rate it, I'll comment on it, I'll do whatever. I'll favor it. I mean, it happens. I'm not a philosophical bigot or something. I mean, so anyway, that's the extent of that. So yeah, it was never personal. So I mean, sure, we're going to argue about stuff because we don't see the world the same way, but I don't think it was ever personal. I don't think even our argument, I was arguing with what you were saying. I wasn't arguing with you as a person. But anyway. Alright, so back to the Matt thing. It's nice to have a video with my name in it that isn't, something horrible, so at least that was a change. Anyway, yeah, Matt, I'm glad you're back making videos. I didn't know you had the new channel. I don't really pay attention to my subscriptions all that carefully, and I guess I should. So, I sort of wish you would have said something about it and why you changed. And I mean, I know it's because you don't like that name and all the rest of the stuff, but I mean, it's a little bit discomforting or whatever to have people just disappear. So I watched a couple of your the videos you have posted, the ones over the week, and it's basically the same stuff we've been over before. And I guess the difference would be that you're sort of challenging life to present its purpose, to demonstrate what it is, what game we're supposed to be playing. And you sort of use the word like getting lost in it, and that's sort of what I've tried to talk about, is the fact that so much of life is deciding what you're going to get lost in, the maze, the rat cheese chasing maze. And by nature, that's the game. That's where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be in the game. We're supposed to just be obeying the natural drives. The nature is supposed to tell us, desire. You want it, you're supposed to go out and get it. Okay, you do it, and then whatever happens, happens. I mean, I don't think obviously, we don't necessarily desire children as males. We desire the work you do before the child happens, and women might be the other way around, in a sense that once the child exists, they're certainly going to become more obsessed with it. But I mean, obviously, genetically, there's an advantage to having males that give a damn, so there's some of that. And there's always that sense of responsibility that we've developed as social creatures that will compel us to do our job. But yeah, it's the game. It's what game you're going to choose to get into. What part of the cheese you're going to go after, and how hard you're going to go after it, and whether you get lost in it and don't realize and just pretend to yourself that you're not playing a game, because life is a frickin' game. That's all it is. It's not designed to accomplish anything. It really, you know, as sad as that is, that's the real bottom line here. When you talk about a before and an after, and getting back to some sort of symmetry or you know, original unity, as you put it. Well, I don't think there is any original unity. There is original nothing, and then you get thrown into the game. And when you're in the game, you try to make, as Nick would put it, you make the best of it. You're alive, you're hungry, you're do what you're told to do. And I guess my argument against that would just be is that's the key to this intelligence thing, is that we can see it's a maze. We can, you know, we can see the walls, and then we can decide to ourselves, well, yeah, I'm going to climb the wall and I'm going to look around. Well, you've done that. You've climbed the wall. You've read the damn books. You've tried to, you know, explore what the hell this is before you commit to it, and try to figure out, well, what's the damn plan? You know, what am I supposed to be doing with my goddamn life? How do I use it? And that's where it gets complicated. And my argument isn't that you should sacrifice yourself to some grand purpose, but the point is you have to find this balance. It's not getting lost in it, because if you get lost in the maze now, you're too smart for that. You're just too smart to get lost. It's not going to happen anymore. You've read the damn books. You've eaten from the true tree of knowledge. I mean, that's the Garden of Eden metaphor. They picked the right sin, because in a sense that you start knowing why you're here and what you're doing here, and those are going to be unpleasant answers. They're not going to be answers that are going to be, oh wow, now it's all spelled out for me, I can see a much better purpose, blah blah blah, and you go to it. It's not that simple. Because the purpose is, you don't get to build something, the purpose becomes cleaning up something. Because that's what you're sort of talking about. It's this mess, this crisis that we're in now. I mean, crisis is just a matter of how we define one, isn't it? I mean, you know, by different standards, we're already in crisis. We've been in crisis. It's all because we have a certain definition of the word acceptable. I've done videos on that word, because that word means something. It's just that we find it acceptable. We live through it. We say, okay, this is the price, and we just keep chasing the cheese. We find some excuse to get around everything, accept it. Okay, so there's a new wall in the maze, so there's a new burden, there's a new this. Then the game plan is now you have to, you know, kill your neighbor to get the cheese. Okay, we accept that because that's the game. And we just keep accepting, no matter what the rules are, we keep accepting the game. And I don't mean we, I just mean we as a human race. Obviously there's a lot of me's out there who, you know, wouldn't play the game. We wouldn't have kids. You know, even if we wanted them, we wouldn't have them, because we know it's a goddamn game. There's no point in it. There's no purpose in it. They're not going to gain anything. All I can do is make them a slave to this broken system. That's all the best I can offer. I mean, if I actually create a human being that's worth something, yeah, the downside is he's gonna know it's a game. He's gonna know it's a fucking stupid game, and all he's gonna be saying is, well, okay, what do I do with my time? I'd like to just chase the cheese like nature tells me. I want to just chase cheese, but I know the smart thing to do is to fix these walls and to make this game better, more efficient, so less rats are getting killed, and it's more efficient, and there's more happiness and more pleasure and less pain and less suffering. And so I know that should be my mission. But that's work. That's being, you're just, like I said, who wants to live their life as fucking life's janitor? I mean, you know, there's no fun in that. But that to me that's the real perfect life. If you want to make the most out of your life, you want to be the most productive you can be, that's what you got to be. You got to be a janitor. You got to be a janitor for life on Earth, because it's a messy, sloppy game, and that's it, and it's depressing. And so the head game is to try to isolate these two parts of yourself. You really, you know, we're back to the lizard ape, you know, intelligence thing again. But I mean, yeah, you have to keep the lizard and the ape satisfied. You have to feed you give them all they need to just get them by, and make them comfortable enough so they won't bug you saying, I want cheese, I want cheese. So then you can use your intelligence and apply some effort to doing your janitorial duties. And as long as the ape isn't nagging you by saying, ah, you're just a janitor, and laughing at you, you can do that. You can find purpose in it, but that's it. You have to find it. You have to rationalize your existence, and it's not that easy to do, but it's doable. I mean, you can live a life that's comfortable enough and still be productive in terms of your job as janitor. But yeah, any delusion that there's gravy somewhere just isn't. No, there's the cheese game, and there's the janitor game. And that's about it. I mean, I've been kind of hopeful that there's some way that maybe we could actually build the maze into a pyramid, or build it into something that at least looks like intelligence was here, and at least leave some mark that human intelligence existed and it meant something, it had some dignity. But that's just a hope.